Alright, so here are my thoughts on Dragon Ball Daima Episode 9. This one's gonna be brief, but it's gonna be pretty. So, Vegeta and Co. actually make it to the Demon Realm. I thought they were gonna drag, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, like I really did think they were gonna drag this out for episodes. But no, they actually come to the Demon Realm, but technically they are dragging it for episodes because they meet with Goku, Pansy, and the others. But Goku and the others, they're in a rush, to save Dende and get the Dragon Ball, so they take off. But, I think it would have been probably better if Vegeta and them just came along with them. You know what I think is going on here? I think this is just Toriyama, like, teasing the audience. Like, he knows people are going to want to see, like, Vegeta with them and stuff like that. But they're definitely cock teasing everybody. Like, you thought you were going to see Goku and Vegeta fuse? Yeah, right. But they're definitely saving that for later on. But I found that pretty funny, and at the same time, I know like people are gonna rage about it. I can see how it could be annoying. Like you bring them all the way here just for them to stall again. Not only that, but they get their ship stolen, Vegeta and the crew, right? But before I get to that, I freaking predicted two things in this episode, and yes, it was easy to predict it. Last week, I predicted that the Dragon Ball would get stolen, which was, from the title, the name of the freaking episode was Thieves, so that's pretty obvious. But one thing I didn't suspect, and I don't think anyone else suspects, is that they were gonna, pretty much do a repeat, a literal repeat of episode 3, but with a different cast of characters. So Vegeta, Hybius, Bulma, and Piccolo's ship also got stolen, kind of like Goku, Pansy wasn't there in the first one. Glory Hole and Shin, like how their ship got stolen. And it was almost the same thing. Like Vegeta beat the crap out of some dudes in a club, looking like the Terminator, and then they stole their ship. But then they got it back. So, okay, just a repeat. But this episode feels all right. So there were some important things that I'm getting to right now. And the first one is Majin KUU. I wanted to save that for last, but let me just start off with it. So Marba and Arinsu create this new demon thing named Majin KUU, who I mentioned in the Easter eggs video was like Cell on steroids. They made him from a Cyberman base, like Majin Buu essence. They had that in there and various other monsters. And his first task is to defeat Tamagami number 1. What would be funny is if he goes there and just dies. Like, you did all that just for him to die. And it's implied that this isn't even their first one. So they've worked on multiple different monsters or whatever. But, this one's definitely going to be a hitter. He's probably going to he's going to beat Tamagami number 1, I assume. Probably not. He might turn on them like Majin Buu did to Babidi or something. Something might happen, but this is a weird in a good way. Like, it's different. Like, they're mixing different things from different arcs, like the Cyberman, all that stuff. And yes, that's how it's actually supposed to be pronounced. It's not Cyberman. That doesn't make any sense. A lot of these dub changes don't make any sense, and I made a video on that, and I will continue making videos on that. But yeah, so they made that, and I actually like Arinsu's story, like her plot, like that element a lot more than. I'm not saying I don't like Goku and them's like story. I'm just saying I like Arinsu's story better. You rarely see it, first of all, but it's interesting. I like that she's like hidden in the shadows. Yeah, you don't want to see. This is the thing. You don't want to see a lot of it all at once, because then that would drag the story out, kind of like what's going on with Goku and the others, right? It's kind of like making people want to say like get on with it, right? But the thing is, when you have the time to like use their story, you make the most of it, and that's what they've been doing with Arinsu and Marba. This episode, like, they're hitting so many things. I'm snapping my fingers right now. They literally just made a beast, right? The last episode, they were setting that up, and so things are falling into place very, very easily, like naturally, organically. And she's already talking about, yeah, I already got a Dragon Ball in my possession. You know what I'm saying? So she seems like a master manipulator, a master schemer. And that's very good. That's all good. And the one thing I wanted to point out is that last week, and I made a point about this in the Easter egg video, my theory fell apart when I realized that, the Cybermen and the demons, just like in the signs as well, they all have kind of vegetable/plant name puns. I was thinking that, wait, Marba has a bottle containing the Cyberman, but Why? How would she even get that? And then she mentioned that like she sold it to outsiders and stuff like that. So maybe she had some dealings with Frieza and his men, including Vegeta and Nappa. So maybe Vegeta knows Marba, potentially. But so that kind of fell apart. So I was thinking about like could the Saiyans, otherwise known as the Saiyans in the dub, could they be from the demon realm? And this kind of like it low key helps the point. It low key helps my point, but at the same time, nothing really changes because the plant name pun. But episode 9, so let's just move on to that. Episode 9 is titled Ocean. What could that be about? I'm thinking like it could be about the second demon world, but they got to go through that little like chrysalis looking thing, like that golden what's that thing from Yu Yu Hakusho, the Kakai barrier, that little thing looking. So what could Ocean be about? It might seem like another kind of inconsequential episode with not much going on from the hero's perspective, but a lot going on from the villain side. But yeah, it probably, I wonder what they're going to do with Vegeta and the rest of them. So yeah, that's episode 9 for you. Episode 10's next week, and I'm prepared for it. And I'll see you on the next one.